Welcome to Sailing with the Jameses. I'm Kate, and this is Sam. And this is our daughter Charlie. A couple of months ago, we sold our house and all of our belongings and bought Endless Summer, a 55-foot Bruce Roberts yacht. We are now living on board full-time while we sail around the world. Follow our journey by pressing subscribe. This episode on Sailing with the Jameses. This week we are headed from the Percys down south to Fraser Island, with a few stops in between. Once we're down at Fraser Island, we get some exciting news about Endless Summer that we are very excited to share with you. It's currently 1 a.m. We really like getting up super early, and the northerly winds have come in early, so we've hauled the pick and we're headed from the Percys to Port Clinton, a little bit down south. It's really dark, so our lighting for doing the video is the iPad.
You can't see me, I'm in charge of lighting here.
So we should be in Port Clinton about 11 or 12 noon. So yeah.
At this stage, 5 o'clock this afternoon. We'll see what happens with this wind. We're just going along with the head sail up at the moment, and once the sun comes up, we'll put a main and pop a spinnaker or something and get moving.
Keep moving the camera to get you in there, but it's darkness. Yeah, so that's what we're doing, and we'll in about 3 hours time we'll have a bit of brightness to get some more clips of us sailing. After a week at the Percys, today we are headed south. The plan is to sail from Middle Percy Island to Port Clinton, which is roughly about 60 nautical miles away, and we hope to arrive there a little after midday. It's pretty funny. Because we're sailing at night, we can see everyone's tri-lights or their running lights, and we are not the only people a little bit far north this time of season. There's right now we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the horizon, and we're number 6. 6 sailboats heading south with the northerly winds, so we are not the only people that are a bit out of the season. We currently only have the head sail out. There's 4.5 knots of breeze. See that there? And we're going 4.6 knots, 4.4, 7 knots of breeze. Yeah, doing pretty well. There's Sam there. Say good morning.
Good morning.
It's a glow of the iPad.
It was the night before Christmas.
Beautiful day for a sail. Sam's down there, and we've got the line out, we've got the lure out, and hopefully we will catch a fish, hopefully. Brilliant.
Yeah, all fixed.
We just noticed that the pin was missing out of the check stay right there, that round one. And Sam's just fixed it. We had another one on board, so now the pin's back in. A little while later, we did catch a fish. However, the line ripped, which also meant we just lost the brand new lure we put on this morning. The other line's out the back, and we've got the red head on there. Nothing on it yet. But yeah, bit of a bummer. So we're gonna replace what's on the rod with some thicker line, because it's just ripped at the top there. Yeah, whatever was on it was really, really massive. Would have been a good bait. So this is the one we opened today. It's a Halco, and it's a crazy deep diver. So it goes to 6+ meters, and it's designed for all these different fish. And I was really excited to use it, and it's done really well. It's gotten a fish, and then the fish has snapped the line. And this is the third one we've lost so far.
Yeah, so we'll definitely have to be getting some more of them. We definitely know they work. We just haven't been able to bring a fish in still connected to one yet. But we will. We will. So we were doing really well with sailing from the Percys to Port Clinton, and we've changed routes, and we're going to head to the Great Keppell Island, so a little bit further. So we've passed Port Clinton, so we're going to do the full run today instead of stay overnight in Port Clinton, head to the Great Keppell Islands tomorrow. We're going for it because we're doing really, really well at 8.5 knots with just a gentle up and with the northerly wind, so we're going to go for it. Our original plan was to head from the Percys to Port Clinton and stay overnight, and then the very next morning head from Port Clinton to the Keppells. Because the winds are great and we're sailing so well, we decided to not stop and keep trekking to the Great Keppells and do it all in one day. We expect to be there somewhere around 8 or 9 p.m. tonight. It's 6:52 and we are passing North Keppell Island right now. That's North Keppell Island, and we are headed to the Great Keppell Island up ahead. It's a really nice moon out, and it's been a 20-hour run, so we're about to drop anchor and have a bit of a sleep. The very next day we headed ashore to the Great Keppell Island. We met up with some friends, and the plan was to do a bit of filming, but we actually ended up at the pub and no filming was done, so we don't have any footage of the Great Keppell Island. The very next day after the pub, we headed from Great Keppell Island down south to Fraser Island. When we arrived at Fraser Island, one of the first things we did was bring our trash to shore and put them in appropriate bins. Because we did 2 very big sails, we have a bit of trash to get off the boat. Fraser Island is also one of the only places you can find purebred dingoes in Australia. Because of the dingoes, there are a few signs on the island to make sure that tourists take the proper precautions for dingoes. That's neat.
Yeah.
Check it out. It's in like a hollow tree. So we've just found these sticks, and these sticks are saying, "Be dingo safe, walk in groups and carry a stick. Always stay within arm's reach of children, even teenagers." So they must give these out to try and keep the dingoes away. There's a real famous Australian saying, "The dingo ate my baby." I think they must be trying to prevent that from happening, and yeah, they're around the place. They're really neat though, eh?
Yeah.
And then it says, "Hey, please return for others to use." So they must be all about the place. It's the other tree, darling.
After disposing of our rubbish, we head to one of the resort pools. So today we're having a relaxing day at the pool, and we are teaching Charlie how to swim. After spending the day at the pool, we head back home to end the summer for some dinner. After dinner, we head back to Fraser Island for a sunset walk on the beach. We've just been walking on the beach and came across a few bones. They've got like a tail and a little flat edge piece. And then a little tail there. There's more. Charlie's got two. There's another one there, another one up there. There's another one here. And then these two are still in the sand as well. Oh.
Yeah, let us know in the comments below if you have any idea what this would be part of.
And then it's got a joint there. Because of the large tides at Fraser Island, we are having to put extension ropes on our anchor for the tender. So you can see Sam is pulling in a whole bunch of rope that we've put down so that the tender can float out while the tide goes out. So we are going to the Kingfisher Bay Resort today to check out the pool.
Yeah, so this resort is real accepting of yachties and stuff like that. The only tricky thing is the tide goes in and out of fairway at the beach. So we put an extension line on our anchor, drop it if it's out in the deep water, if it's a dropping tide, steam on into the beach and then just let the wind take it out and hopefully time it right so our anchor's out of the water when we've finished our swim and had our feed and ready to go back.
Yeah. So they've got a cafe and restaurant at the pool up here. So yesterday we got some chips and we're going to go for a bit of a swim today.
They got free Wi-Fi as well. So.
which is really good for us.
Yeah, we'll go check it out.
We spent the day at the pool, and while we were at the pool, we got a very exciting phone call. So Endless Summer is now under contract for sale, and she is scheduled for a pre-purchase marine survey at the Bundaberg Marina. So the very next day, we head off and head north to Bundaberg. The day of the survey, the wind was ripping at 20 to 25 knots, sending Endless Summer sideways, making it very difficult to get into the slot. Two friends were also in the marina and helped us out. On the port side of Endless Summer, you can see two tenders there helping us keep Endless Summer straight and make it into the berth. A marine survey is normally done on marine vessels for a pre-purchase or insurance reasons, and it's done to check the rigging, the systems on board, and the hull integrity. After the out of water survey is completed on Endless Summer, she is relaunched and put back on her berth. The purchaser is very pleased with the survey and is happy to move forward with the sale. So Endless Summer is now under contract, due to be sold, and we are in the market for a catamaran. Join us next week as we head on a road trip down to the Gold Coast to the Boatworks to have a pre-purchase survey done on a 48-foot catamaran. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button to follow our adventures. Till next week, we will see you then.